And growing in a predictable way here this weekend, Michigan picked up a long-awaited commitment, one that has been silent for some time, a 4-star defensive lineman out of Arizona. This was the first recruit that Sean Nua began recruiting in his time once he accepted the job here at the University of Michigan. Bryce got Quintin Somerville on campus for the spring game in 2019, and talking to the young man, he knew from that point that Michigan was most likely going to be the place that he wound up going to school.
It's a guy that Sean Noah personally recruited from day one. They really liked his skill set. He's versatile. And if you watch his high school highlights, he's playing a little inside, playing a little outside. He rushes the passers, got a great motor. He's big, strong. He's tall enough. I know that's a big question for everyone. Is he tall enough? But he's tall enough for Michigan, so that's good enough for me. And he's a guy that, honestly, I put on our board when he committed. I think that was a more impressive recruiting victory for Sean Noah than Braden McGregor, because I look at that one as Braden always loved Michigan. He's a local kid, and he's a kid that I felt for the longest time he wanted to go to Michigan. I know other schools crept in and made that more interesting, but I always felt Michigan was really good there. But with Quinn, Michigan wasn't even on his radar. And so for Michigan to not only become on the radar, but then slowly but surely move its way up the leaderboard and then finally get him, I think that's impressive. And I'm not trying to give love tips again, but I know a long-term or a long-distance relationship is a lot harder than a short-term, So I'm just saying, that's, for him, Sean knew to move and still keep that relationship. That's solid. So
yeah, a couple of things go into it. I mean, he recruited the kid from the time, he was a freshman in high school. Quentin's brother worked with Sean at Arizona State. He was a GA there when Sean was an assistant. So they're really close and tight. And when your older brother is really vouching for a guy with you, that carries weight, a lot of weight. And the family, I mean, one of the stories that Quintin tells quite a bit is the first meeting he had in Sean Nua's office back at Arizona State. Dad drops him off because he can't drive at the time. And he goes up for the meeting. And as soon as he sits down, Sean is like, what are you, who brought you? Where's your family? And he's like, my dad just dropped me off. I said, tell your dad to come up here, because I recruit the entire family. I don't just recruit you. And that was a big moment in that kid's recruitment. So when he got to Michigan, it was a no-brainer to hop on a flight with his brother, come take in the spring game, and check out the new digs for Sean Nua, and made Michigan feel like home. So big land for Nua. I agree. One of the things that Quintin told me, he said, I just fell in love with the guy. And by falling in love with Nua, it paved the way for him to fall in love with Michigan.